Well, this New Yorker has finally finished binge-watching all 11 seasons of Chicago PD on streaming, so I'm all caught up and ready for Season 12. But before I dive back into Chicago, I think it's time to return to New York, at least virtually. Oh wait, I almost forgot. I still have Chicago Fire and Chicago Med to get through. I definitely need a break and a little trip back to NYC before heading back to visit Chicago again. I have to say, watching all 11 seasons brought out a whirlwind of emotions in me: anger, shock, sadness, and even some funny moments. But overall, I was not prepared for the many shifts in tone, the character changes, and the developments that took place throughout the series. Some characters I initially underestimated really stepped up and completely shocked me with their growth, much to my surprise. On the flip side, a few characters I thought would be staples of the show left me disappointed by the end of Season 11. But despite all the ups and downs, the show kept me hooked, which is no small feat with all the new content out there these days. I'm going to go season by season, breaking down the story arcs of each character and the main storylines for each season. For today's video, we're diving into Season 2. By the end of this series, I'll reveal my top 10 favorite characters based on the entire 11 seasons, so stay tuned. While many fans may already be familiar with all of this, if you're a newbie like me, some of my thoughts might just surprise you. And fair warning, there will be spoilers. If you haven't watched the show yet, hopefully, this will inspire you to start, just like it did for me. Hello and welcome to my channel, Timeless New York City. I'm Lena, your guide on this wild adventure through my first-time experience watching Chicago PD. All the seasons and the crossover events. Now don't worry, I'm not about to go episode by episode because, honestly, I don't have that kind of stamina, and I bet you don't either. Instead, I'll be giving you my hot takes season by season. So grab your favorite snack, preferably something that pairs well with intense drama, and get comfy. If you're loving this series, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe because, trust me, there's a lot more fun and chaos to come. Season 2 of Chicago PD dives deeper into the complex world of the intelligence unit, led by Sergeant Hank Voight. The season balances intense crime fighting with the personal struggles of the officers, painting a picture of the sacrifices and moral ambiguities inherent in their line of work. As the team takes on increasingly dangerous cases, they are forced to confront their own demons and the consequences of their actions, both on and off the job. The central arc of Season 2 revolves around the theme of loyalty, both to the badge and to each other, and the moral gray areas the officers navigate to protect their city. The season kicks off with the aftermath of Sheldon Ginn's murder, a former intelligence unit member who was revealed to be working as a mole. This tragedy sets the tone for the season, as the team grapples with the betrayal and the ongoing threat posed by powerful criminals who seem to always be one step ahead. As Voight and his team dig deeper into the city's criminal underworld, they face a series of brutal cases that challenge their commitment to justice. These cases, ranging from human trafficking rings to drug cartels, often force the team to make morally questionable decisions, blurring the line between right and wrong. Voight, in particular, struggles with his own brand of justice, often resorting to harsh methods to protect his team and bring criminals to justice. His actions bring him under scrutiny, both from within the department and from external forces, including internal affairs, which is constantly breathing down his neck. The personal lives of the officers are also a significant focus this season. Erin Lindsay's tumultuous relationship with her mother and her struggle to escape her past leads to her departure from the intelligence unit by the season's end. Antonio Dawson faces the threat of losing his family due to the dangers and pressures of the job. Jay Halstead's military past catches up with him, creating tension within the team and his growing relationship with Lindsay. Meanwhile, Adam Ruzek and Kim Burgess's engagement is tested by the realities of the job, culminating in a heartbreaking decision to part ways. As the season progresses, the team's unity is constantly tested by external pressures and internal conflicts. Each member must face their own challenges, forcing them to question their place in the unit and their commitment to the job. By the end of the season, while they manage to bring down several key criminals, it becomes clear that their victories come at a personal cost. Voight's leadership is more controversial than ever. Lindsay's departure leaves a void in the team, and the bonds that hold the team together are strained. setting the stage for future conflicts and growth. The season reaches its climax when the team takes down a notorious drug cartel that has been operating in Chicago. This operation is the culmination of several episodes of investigation, undercover work, and intense confrontations. However, the victory is bittersweet, as the case leaves lasting scars on the team. The final episodes highlight the personal toll the job takes, with Lindsay leaving the unit and Voight facing the consequences of his methods, setting up major changes for the team in the next season. Overall, Season 2 of Chicago P.D. is a gritty and emotional journey that explores the complexities of law enforcement, the personal sacrifices made by those who wear the badge, and the often blurred lines between justice and vengeance. Let's get into the character arcs of Chicago P.D. Season 2. This season is all about exploring the personal and professional lives of the intelligence unit members as they navigate intense cases and face their own inner demons. We'll see how each character grows, struggles, and surprises us with their development. Get ready for a roller coaster of emotions and unexpected twists. Our first character and his story arc is Hank Voight. In Season 2, Hank Voight continues to walk the fine line between upholding the law and using his own brand of justice. Voight's past and his methods are frequently scrutinized as he struggles to protect his team and his city. His arc explores his deep loyalty to his squad, his willingness to go to any length to get justice, and his complex relationship with his estranged son, Justin. As Voight battles internal and external pressures, we see more of his vulnerabilities, particularly when the consequences of his actions start to weigh heavily on him. A key moment for Voight occurs in episode 20, titled The Number of Rats, when Voight corners a suspect, a man named Greg Yates, who has been evading capture. Voight's determination to bring Yates to justice highlights his relentless pursuit of criminals, especially when the victims are connected to him or his loved ones. His actions in this episode underscore the lengths he will go to protect his community, even if it means bending the rules or confronting the legal system's limitations. This moment also deepens the complexity of Voight's character, showing his personal stakes and the emotional toll the job takes on him. The Number of Rats is pivotal in showcasing Voight's moral ambiguity and his fierce dedication to justice, setting the stage for further exploration of his character in future seasons. Our second character and her story arc is Erin Lindsay. Erin's journey focuses on her internal struggle with her past and the pull it has on her current life. As someone who was saved from a destructive path by Voight, she constantly battles the temptation to revert to old habits, especially when her troubled mother, Bunny, reappears in her life. Lindsay's arc delves into the conflict between the loyalty she feels towards Voight, who gave her a second chance, and her desire to reconnect with her biological family, even though it could jeopardize everything she's worked for. Erin's key moment occurs in episode 23, titled Born into Bad News. Her professional life also takes a hit as she deals with the pressures of being a rising star in the intelligence unit while facing personal demons. This culminates in her deciding to leave the unit to distance herself from Voight and her past, showcasing her need for independence, but also highlighting the vulnerability that comes with cutting ties with the people who have supported her. Lindsay's key moment occurs when she decides to leave the intelligence unit at the end of the season, choosing to step away from Voight's influence and find her own path. The third character on the list and his story arc is Antonio Dawson. Antonio's arc revolves around his struggle to balance his responsibilities as a detective with his duties as a father and husband. As the pressures of the job weigh on him, Antonio finds it increasingly difficult to maintain the delicate equilibrium between his personal and professional lives. His commitment to his work often puts a strain on his family. Antonio's key moment is in episode 16, titled What Puts You on That Ledge? In this episode, Antonio faces a significant test of his loyalty and principles when he goes undercover in a dangerous operation to catch a group of corrupt cops. During the operation, Antonio is forced into a situation where he must choose between protecting his cover and helping a fellow officer in immediate danger. This decision places him at great personal risk, but he ultimately chooses to act, saving the officer's life. This moment is crucial as it highlights Antonio's unwavering commitment to doing what is right, even when it means putting his own life on the line. It also reinforces his reputation as one of the most principled and dependable members of the intelligence unit, willing to confront corruption and danger head-on. What puts you on that ledge exemplifies Antonio's strong moral compass and the personal sacrifices he is willing to make in his pursuit of justice. Our fourth character and his story arc is Jay Halstead. Jay's character arc is more focused on his developing relationship with Erin Lindsay and his growing role within the intelligence unit. The season explores his budding romance with Lindsay and the challenges they face both personally and professionally. The complexities of their relationship are highlighted by the dangers of their jobs and the need to keep their romance under wraps due to Voight's strict rules about relationships within the unit. A key moment for Jay Halstead occurs in episode 18, Get Back to Even. In this episode, the intelligence unit investigates a gang-related shooting that killed a young woman. The episode shows Jay Halstead in action, demonstrating his skills and dedication as a detective. He plays a critical role in gathering evidence and tracking down suspects, highlighting his importance within the intelligence unit. The episode underscores his professionalism and commitment to the job, even in high-pressure situations. These episodes illustrate Halstead's commitment to his team and his complex relationship with Lindsay, which are central themes in his character development throughout the season. The fifth character and his story arc is Adam Ruzek. Adam's arc is largely defined by his impulsiveness and how it impacts his relationships, particularly with his fiancée, Kim Burgess. Ruzek is portrayed as a young officer with a lot of potential, but also a tendency to act before thinking, which often lands him in hot water. This season sees him grappling with the pressures of his engagement to Burgess while trying to prove himself as a capable detective within the intelligence unit. Ruzek's key moment occurs in episode 15, titled What Do You Do?, when he realizes the gravity of the situation involving his fiancée, Kim Burgess, who finds herself in a life-threatening hostage situation while responding to a robbery. Ruzek is deeply shaken by the potential of losing Burgess, which brings his feelings for her into sharp focus. This moment highlights Ruzek's internal struggle with his feelings and his fears, as the situation forces him to confront the seriousness of their relationship. It's a significant event that underscores the depth of his emotions for Burgess and foreshadows the later conflicts in their relationship. The intense situation causes Ruzek to reassess his priorities and the potential dangers of being romantically involved with a fellow officer, particularly one he cares so deeply about. Our sixth character and her story arc is Kim Burgess. Kim's journey is one of growth and resilience. Initially, Burgess is seen as an eager and optimistic officer working her way up from patrol to hopefully joining the intelligence unit. However, her arc this season is shaped by the personal and professional challenges she faces, particularly in her relationship with Ruzek. Burgess starts to question her worth, both as a cop and a partner, as she deals with Ruzek's commitment issues and the dangers of the job. Kim Burgess's pivotal moment involves her getting shot, and how it impacts her character development occurs in episode 10, titled Shouldn't Have Been Alone. In this episode, Burgess is seriously injured during a call when she and her partner, Roman, walk into an ambush. This traumatic event plays a significant role in her character development, as she refuses to let the injury define her or derail her career. It marks a turning point where she demonstrates her resilience, determination, and commitment to her role as a police officer. Burgess's recovery and return to duty are crucial in solidifying her identity as a strong and capable officer, separate from her relationship with Ruzek. The seventh character and his story arc is Alvin Alinsky. Alinsky serves as one of the most experienced and level-headed members of the intelligence unit, frequently mentoring younger officers like Adam Ruzek. His ability to keep calm under pressure and use his years of experience to navigate complex cases makes him invaluable to the team. In this role, he plays a consistent part in solving cases, though he stays more in the background compared to other characters with major, highly personal storylines. A key moment in Alinsky's arc is his partnership with Adam Ruzek, where Alinsky takes on a mentor-like role for Ruzek. In episode 5, An Honest Woman, Alinsky guides Ruzek through complex decisions during an undercover sting, showcasing his importance as a leader in the intelligence unit. Additionally, in Episode 17, Say Her Real Name, Alinsky is personally affected by a case involving a female victim, highlighting his softer side and emotional depth. This brief moment shows how certain cases deeply impact him, reflecting the weight of his experience over decades on the job. The eighth character and his story arc is Kevin Atwater. Kevin's arc explores his transition from patrol officer to a member of the intelligence unit. Atwater is shown as a dedicated and hardworking officer, eager to prove himself in the higher-stakes environment of intelligence. His arc this season is about learning the ropes of his new position while dealing with the challenges that come with it, including the heightened risks and the moral complexities of the cases they handle. Atwater's key moment occurs in Episode 6, titled Prison Ball. Atwater is sent undercover to help take down a gang-related murder of a young girl. The operation involves entering a prison to gather crucial information from an inmate tied to the case. Atwater's ability to quickly adapt to this dangerous environment and think on his feet becomes a pivotal moment in his journey. During the mission, Atwater is forced to make a split-second decision when tensions escalate and violence seems imminent. His quick action to de-escalate the situation and protect the undercover operation saves lives and prevents the mission from going off the rails. This episode is a significant moment for Atwater, as it demonstrates his capabilities under immense pressure, proving his worth to the intelligence unit. His strong performance in the operation solidifies his place in the team and shows that he can handle the high-stakes demands of being part of Voight's elite unit. Our ninth character and her story arc is Trudy Platt. Trudy's arc provides a deeper look into her role as the desk sergeant and the unofficial den mother of the precinct. Platt is known for her tough exterior and no-nonsense approach, but this season allows us to see more of her compassionate side, particularly in her interactions with Burgess and the other officers. Her arc centers around her efforts to support the officers under her watch, while also dealing with her own challenges, including the loneliness that comes with being in a position of authority. Trudy's key moment is in Episode 7, titled They'll Have to Go Through Me, which is part of a crossover event with Law & Order, SVU, and Chicago Fire, where Trudy demonstrates her critical role as a desk sergeant. The episode deals with a child pornography ring, and as part of the case, Olivia Benson from SVU comes to Chicago to assist the intelligence unit. While the main focus is on the intelligence unit and SVU's investigation, Platt proves her value in facilitating collaboration between the two teams. Her no-nonsense attitude and sharp instincts earn her respect from Benson, one of the most experienced officers in the NYPD. This episode showcases Platt's strengths. She's not just a desk sergeant who sits behind a counter, but someone who ensures the smooth operation of high-profile cases. This moment underscores Platt's reliability, reinforcing that she's a crucial part of the team, even if she isn't always in the field. Our 10th character and his story arc is Sean Roman. Sean is introduced as a new patrol officer who partners with Kim Burgess. Roman's arc throughout the season revolves around his efforts to prove himself as a capable officer, his developing partnership with Burgess, and the personal challenges he faces as he tries to navigate the complexities of his job. Initially, Roman comes across as a confident and somewhat cocky cop, but it soon becomes clear that he has a lot to prove and is carrying some personal baggage that influences his behavior on the job. Roman's key moment is in Episode 15, titled What Do You Do?, where Roman saves Burgess during a hostage situation. In this episode, Roman and Burgess respond to what appears to be a routine burglary call at a warehouse, which escalates into a hostage situation. During the standoff, Roman and Burgess are held at gunpoint, and the situation becomes increasingly dangerous. Roman's quick thinking and bravery help defuse the situation and keep Burgess safe. This intense moment solidifies their partnership and marks a turning point where Roman proves himself to be a reliable and courageous officer. This event plays a pivotal role in deepening the trust between Roman and Burgess, laying the groundwork for the future complexity of their relationship. Coming off Season 1, which was my absolute favorite, Season 2 was another strong entry. I loved how each character's development was handled with a slow and intriguing progression, It didn't give too much away, but just enough to keep me hooked and eager for more. And trust me, the upcoming seasons only get more convoluted, fast-paced, and packed with shocking twists. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to check out my playlist for more of my videos. Thanks so much for watching, commenting, and subscribing. Your support means the world to me and helps me keep creating content.